What's up, operators? This is Jet Desert Fox, and you're watching Red Wolf TV.
¿Cómo estás, amigos? And welcome to another episode of Red Wolf TV. Me llamo Tim, and today we're going to talk about the SPS Falcon GBB pistol by RWA. SPS is a Spanish manufacturing company very well known for making real steel, high-quality race pistols. RWA managed to get the SPS license and decided to go for a tactical flair. So let's get right to it, shall we? SPS do often dabble in the tactical carry pistol section, and RWA too wanted to stick to this idea. They wanted something more tactical, airsoft friendly, skirmishable, and that is exactly what they've done with the SPS Falcon. What we have here is a full metal CO2 powered pistol with plastic grips. You can find the correct markings on the left and right side of a slide as well as the grips. In Spain, each and every single firearm, including airsoft, must have a unique and different serial number, and RWA made sure that each and every single one of the SPS pistols have a different and unique serial number, which is really nice of them. It features a diamond pattern grip panel, and even the screws replicate what they use on the real steel SPS pistols. If you pull the hammer back, you can see that that also replicates the SPS style. The mag release is a little bit stiff, which is a nice feature, releasing a 17-round flat base magazine. There is also a Picatinny rail underneath for all your accessories and serrations on the front and rear of a slide so you can rack it back depending on your style of play. It features a chrome outer barrel, and you can take it down like you would a normal 1911 to reveal the hop-up, which is right here. What I'm not a big fan of is the trigger pull. Let me show you what I mean. It is rather squishy, and you can hardly feel that wall. I wonder if this will interfere with its performance, but there's only one way to find out, and that means taking it to a range. But first, we shall chrono the thing. For the chrono test, we're using 0.2 gram BBs with CO2 gas. We are now at Milsim CQB and Training Center at the 20-meter range, and we're going to see how the SPS Falcon handles by plinging those targets over there as per usual. But before we start, I'd like to mention that we are finally selling G-code Kydex holsters on our website. We have a wide selection of them. This one's for the 1911, and the SPS Falcon fits perfectly inside with hardly any wobble. Though if it does wobble, you can always tighten this screw right here. But this test is to see what the SPS Falcon is all about. The recoil in this is actually really good, but what I'm not a big fan of is the reloading process. This lip here likes to dig into your nails, which is fairly painful. Depending on the CO2 capsule you use, on average, each magazine can go through about 60 BBs before the gas is completely depleted. You'll start feeling less recoil at about 40 to 45 BB mark. So what I'm going to do is showcase more of its recoil by holding out with just one arm, and I'm just going to make sure the arm stays completely stiff, if you know what I mean. I do think the recoil is rather impressive. If you haven't noticed, my arm fat was shaking back here. Far more impressive than the Nighthawk Custom released a couple of years ago. Not the steel version, but the aluminium version before that. I think it's time to see what it's like hitting a paper target. For this test, we're using 0.3 gram BBs. All right, let's have a look at that target. So from 20 meters away at a kneeling position with my arms resting on the table, accuracy-wise, it's not so bad. It is pretty decent. The problem is that the trigger is still rather squishy. If there was a wall, I could have made my shots with much more precision. Anyway, there you have it. So the RWA SPS Falcon is not perfect. The slide does wobble a little bit as well as the outer barrel. The trigger is a little bit squishy. It's really hard to find that wall, but what more than makes up for it is its accuracy, its recoil, and that it can shoot consistently at about 380 to 390 FPS for 45 BBs and run out of gas at around 60. That is 3 whole magazines before you have to switch out the capsule. And it fits nicely inside a G-code holster. So this